Anywho, you watch Genius episode 2?
I did. Episode 2 is great.
So good, man.
Catches you up to speed.
Yeah, so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's like the best documentary I think I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone, I saw a few comments from the last episode, and a lot of people were really keen on clarifying he's the GOAT at music, but not a good person. It's like, well, that is obvious, dude.
What?
Like, these early fucking recordings of him do not account for his present actions. Like, when you just look at his music career in isolation, like, yeah, no shit. Like, I'm just saying, people are pointing out the obvious. Like, I don't know why people feel the need to, like, clarify. Like, because we were like...
I don't think that... I think it proves the opposite, doesn't it?
What?
That he's not a bad person.
I mean, oh, yeah. No, if you're asking me personally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, when you look at... Because what we were talking about is, like, how decorated his career was so early in his life. And, like, the path he took was so wild. That has nothing to do with what he's done in the last 10 years. It's like when we were talking about that in isolation.
Oh, yeah.
People just feel the need to be like, yeah, but he's a fucking asshole now. It's like, that's not even what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's irritated me. But yeah. Yeah, and I have to, like, follow up and say, damn, like, when you look at all the people that were around him, like, through that and through episode 2 and, like, through that journey, like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, we had no idea, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the documentary, but the nerd in me was so hyped on the Through the Wire music video. I had no idea that they tracked that shit with Post-its, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
No.
Cold, dude.
And filmed it for like months.
Yeah. Oh, and there was a comment in there, I don't know if you caught this, when Cody gets in the BMW, there's that girl picking them up, and he, like, pops in and he's like, hey, what's up? And she's like, oh, are you you a filmmaker? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, you go with Final Cut? Yeah. I was like, that must have been literally Final Cut 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
And then he was like, yeah, I'm not too good with editing. I'm just, I got the vision. And I think about then, like, the discipline of, like, videographer and editor was definitely not as common.
Yeah.
You were probably just one or the other.
Oh yeah, which makes that video way crazier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and there's all the resources.
They had to go into, like, MTV and use their computer.
Yeah.
Because they were the only ones, like, with the resources to do that, right?
Probably with a computer powerful enough to do all that shit.
And one dude who knows how to do a fucking transition or whatever.
Yeah. And the
tracking.
The tracking. Yeah. Now it's so crazy how assumptive everyone is with editing. It's like, oh yeah, you can just track that.
Yeah.
It's like, man. Yeah, I mean, that was dope. Just seeing all the people he brought in, like, from Chicago, like D-Ray Davis and all that. Like, I didn't even realize D-Ray Davis did that sketch on College Dropout.
Yeah.
So that.
Yeah, and I don't know, the end, I haven't heard that sound on TikTok, his Grammy speech.
Yeah.
I've also never seen it.
Oh, so, what?
Yeah, picture me for the first time.
What?
After that documentary, or after that episode, sorry, like, I was already like, holy fuck. Because it really accelerates at the end, his success and everything that you've been waiting for to happen for the first 4 hours of this documentary finally happens, and it's like, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, he becomes super famous, and then it's his speech at the Grammys, and I'm sitting there like, what's he gonna say?
Yeah.
And then he just murders it. That end, I started crying.
Yeah.
I actually started crying. I was sitting on the couch with tears in my eye, and then Kelsey's like, you ready? And I'm like, yeah, dinner, let's go.
I guess we'll never
I'm not
know.
hungry anymore. I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah, it was so sick. Holds up the statue. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then fast forward to present day, he did his Donda 2 concert last week.
I watched
it too. I mean, I watched the replay.
Yeah.
And then I watched, like, because I saw, like, Reddit was going crazy about how bad the audio mixing was at the end. Do we have some Oh, I guess we gotta.
No, we can't.
Yeah, we gotta watch it. In the bonus episode. But, like, they were like, oh my God, R.I.P. to the guy's name who engineered it.
Yeah.
And I guess he deleted his Instagram.
I watched it in real time.
Yeah.
And it was crazy how fast people, like, were with it. Like, as soon as the credits rolled, I, like, refreshed my Twitter and I saw a tweet I don't even know how it had that many fucking retweets, and it was just like RIP to these guys. It was the whole sound team. And you know, it was like first of all, that Cardi shit when he came out, like when he came out and did his I was dying. I'm like, yeah, this is actually kind of cool. I fuck with this. And man, poor Fabio, man.
I know.
Doing everything in his power. He's just trying to be a performer.
Yep.
He's just showing up to do the job. He's like, hey man, you know, I'm trying to make the best of this. He's really trying to fucking stay on beat. And
Alicia Keys too.
Yeah. She was like the only one who was like,
her sounded decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fabio was. Is that who is that?
One of the audio engineers.
He just posted on his story, wasn't me.
I mean, I would imagine that has nothing to do with like the engineering. That has to be like a technical thing, like with the receivers or whatever. Because it just seems like their in-ear monitors went out and there's water, so they can't have floor monitors. So now they have no way to monitor and perform.
Yeah, but wouldn't you try to have some redundancy or just something to make sure that's the one thing that can't happen right there?
But that's what I mean.
The shit shuts off, then it's like, I mean, that's another thing that can't happen. But like, at least then it's like, oh, technical difficulties, you're trying to get it back up. But for just the song to sound fucking horrible like it did because no one can rap on beat,
yeah,
it's like worst case scenario.
No, I know.
Don't you have some like system?
Yeah, well, I guess that's what I'm saying is like, I don't know if that's necessarily the engineering aspect so much as like a tech aspect, where whoever should have been like, oh no, we need, you know, whatever, like setting up some kind of redundancy, some kind of fail safe. Yeah, that's typically what happens because, you know, like we like even the shows we've done, like wireless has gone out, and so we have like those corded mics. Yeah, like why, you know, there probably was some fucking creative battle where they were telling them like, yo bro, like we won't have any fail safes. That probably was what it was. Yeah. Like, we can't put a wired mic out there because it's water. And he's like, that's fine. So it might have been just a fucking awful, like, you know, okay, if this happens, we're fucked. Yeah. And then it happened. Yeah. And then everyone up there is like filling out their resume because the shit just happened. Yeah. But
so
yeah.
you said their in-ear monitors stopped working? Is that what happened?
It seemed that way.
Oh, so they were trying to rap.
I think that's what they were doing.
Stadium sound.
Yeah, like they're trying
miserable.
to. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like I think I might be misremembering, but I swear like Fabio would like dish out a few lines, and then he was probably getting the feedback, and now it's like fucking with his head.
Just saying anything. You know when you're on a Zoom meeting and there's an echo?
Yeah.
And it just fucks with your brain.
I think that's exactly what it was like. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, anyways, and his album was supposed to come out, right? Didn't come out?
It came out.
It came out on those little things?
Yeah.
So those are out and people in the wild right now?
I mean, everyone I've seen like talk about it said like it just feels really unfinished.
The album?
Mm-hmm.
So people actually have those little stem players?
I think so.
Like they've arrived in the mail and people...
Either that or like maybe you can sign up, like you can buy the product and then there's something somewhere online you can listen to it.
So it's not going to be on Spotify?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Seems like an odd choice.
I mean, from a guy who is clearly, you know, after like you watch Genius, you're like, this guy does not care about convention.
Yeah.
Or
I know.
Rules.
But didn't he post something like one of his posts regarding this and his Apple Music deal was that he didn't want to be owned or something, or we should control the creative and the pipeline and all that stuff, but yet they were going to pay him $100 million.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I don't know, man. I mean, who knows?
Like you got the best end of that deal.
Yeah.
But then he turned it down and sold a stem player instead.
Well, I'm sure he's filming like the other 8 hours of his second documentary right now.
Yeah, I mean, which I will watch.
Yeah. What a man. I mean, dude, he is an artist in the truest sense, you know. He polarizes people as far as like what he's done. You know, some shit obvious, some not so much. Like